afternoon and welcome. Today it's volleyball. Women's volleyball as the Bears take on a Red Division opponent, the Colonia Patriots. I'm Frank Noppenberger, and we're joined by volleyball expert, former coach for 3 seasons with the Bears, Felix Volyand. No 6 graduate, right?
That's correct.
Give us a brief history of your career of volleyball and
yeah, sure.
So let the audience know.
Yeah, I played in East Brunswick for Coach Rutz and Coach Janex and learned everything I know about the game, all the fundamentals from those 2 gentlemen. And I actually played with our varsity coach during that time frame, Coach Portera, and showed him a thing or 2.
And I'm sure a lot of those banners up there are part of your good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, and then you were somewhat involved in the AAU or travel?
Yeah, I do a club team now. I've been doing it. It's my 6th season, coaching club for AAU and Jiva.
Right. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about this matchup. What we have is a 3-1 Colonia. Colonia, their only loss, a good loss if you want to call it, was to Southern, and the Bears are 3-0. I think prior to this broadcast, you were telling me that the Bears have dominated Colonia in the past. However, Colonia has now moved from the white to the red because of their power. So we know this game is important because it's a Red Division game. But what's your thoughts about the keys to this game?
I think we're going to see a great game. I think it's about us getting out early, kind of stomping where we can put our foot on them as much as we can. And, if we could do that, I think we have the game. So we just need to come out real aggressive, real confident. And if we can do that right away from the get-go, I think it's going to be ours.
I don't think we're surprising anyone because Coach Patriots did tell me we're going to be good. He told me last year we're going to be good, we're going to be better, and then this year he said we're really good. He says we're probably top, 3, 4 in the conference, and it's important because the state has shrunk the season for a week, so there's less games on your schedule. So we're going to see. We beat them. We stay atop the Red Division, and we're fine. Can you give us the starting lineups, please?
Absolutely. Right here in the front right, number 21, is our setter, Julia Gowell. Okay. Then we have our outside hitter next to her in the left back position right here, Casey Traska, number 34 again. Then we have in our middle right now, number 23, Grace Solomini.
She's so we got a senior, we got a junior.
Senior, junior. So Grace is a junior here, that last one I mentioned. She's playing middle right now, in the front left right now, right at the net. And right here passing the ball, we have Jocelyn Zhang in that orange jersey. That's called the libero position, and they play in the back row.
And she's a defensive specialist.
Exactly. Yep. And then we have Morgan Stoner, number 8, coming to the front row right now. She's also a senior. And then lastly, we have Selena Stanley, number 4. She's our second outside there in the back middle, also a senior. So a lot of returning seniors. Important,
especially in volleyball with a Group 4 schedule.
Yep.
Okay, so you see the scoreboard is not up and running yet, but the Bears are up 1-0 here.
And that's a good first sign, running through the middle hitter. Great set by Julia, great pass by Selena, and getting the job done to get that kill, get that point.
Now, I am certain that we are still the type of team that the ball doesn't hit the floor on the defensive end, right?
Very disciplined team, very. You'll see a little bit of an error here and there, but extremely disciplined on that first touch. You're going to rarely see the ball drop right away. Going to take a lot.
And, the first time around, you're still getting used to the team because you may have scouted them, you may have seen them. But it takes you a while in volleyball. Hey, is that serve as good as I think it is,
Yeah.
or as weak as?
So I spoke with somebody recently about just reading serves and the trajectory of the serve. How high over the net, how low of a serve is it, what's the speed and velocity, makes a big difference.
Right.
And that's even before the ball comes even over the net.
Yeah, my big,
exactly.
you and I will talk about this philosophy of serving, and I saw in the JV game, you got to get the serve in.
That's first and foremost.
JV game came down to someone missing the serve.
And that's it. That's a good try right there to free that ball over by Colonia.
So that makes it 5-1 Bears.
And we've got Casey Traska serving. She's one of the best outsides in the state.
Yeah, that's what he says. Strong, very starter last year.
And there's an ace for Casey right there.
Coach thinks she's a go-to hitter from the back row. And being a senior, she's used to being in this position.
Yeah, what's great about Casey kind of being all around, like you mentioned, not only is she a threat in the front row, but she can also hit a very good pipe ball from the back middle.
Right.
So good to rely on.
Nice spot there by
Very
number
good.
8. Who is that?
Morgan. And Morgan Stoner at opposite, okay, is going to be opposite of wherever the setter is located.
Yeah.
That's why it's called the
And
opposite.
she read that opening, you believe?
100%. Great down the line. That's a great spot to go to.
8-1.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a big guy on timeouts and momentum. Why isn't she calling the
They should
timeout?
100% call timeout here if they knew Casey and her prowess and her consistency to try to break the momentum she's got going right now. Yeah, I like to give it 3 or 4 points in a row, and then I call the timeout off of one serve. Okay, keeping the rally alive here. All right, just missed that long. But again, you see Colonia kind of scrappy, and there's the timeout we just mentioned. Yep.
Yeah, but now you're 8-1. How difficult it is to get back into the game if it's 8-1? Isn't the magic number like 3 or 4?
It's 3 or 4 in my opinion. That's it. Once you give up too big of a lead, it's very hard to break that momentum at 9-1, which, you know, down by 8 points.
Because you're going to have to really go on almost a consecutive
huge service
match.
run, yeah. Yep.
And if you don't have someone that's going to make that serve difficult to return,
you know,
if not, isn't it sometimes an advantage to be the receiving team?
100% what I was going to say, exactly right. So depending on what serve-receive rotation they're in, you want to exploit it. So right now, our best outside hitter is in the back row serving. If they recognize that, they could take advantage and say, okay, maybe we're not going to see the outside get set as often. It's not going to be as powerful of an attack. So you have to look out for like maybe a shot as opposed to a hard-driven ball.
Right.
Little things like that you start to pick up on as a coach. But you don't want to be freeing the ball over. It's too easy for us. And this is a tough angle, and just barely didn't make it.
That's a no-no in volleyball, right? And it's all about communication. Every sport, everything is communication. Mine, yours, mine, yours.
Yeah, one of the rule of thumbs I was working on is whenever you're in trouble.
Okay, that makes it 11-1.
Yeah.
11-1 to the Bears' favor.
Whenever the girls are in trouble on serve receive or on defense, if they would just bring the ball to the middle of the court, it gives them a high success rate of getting that ball back into play.
Well, that was a nice serve right there
Great
in the
serve.
middle.
Yep.
And the defensive specialist just didn't come up after it.
Yeah. That lib,
Casey,
you know,
how many she got in a row here?
she's got about 7 maybe, I think 8 possibly, 7 or 8. She's on a nice service run. They already wasted the timeout, it didn't work. It's a good set. That outside hitter needs to stay a little bit more outside of the ball. She kind of came too far in and was not ready for it. So what East Brunswick is doing a good job is this is a weak serve-receive rotation for Colonia, and they're exploiting it with Casey serving. They're going to have a tough time getting a good pass, and they might be in for a long game here.
Yeah, her service is pretty good. Not a lot of spin. Hey, and you got to call timeout, right? What else are you going to do?
You got it.
What else are you going to do?
Yeah, it's going to be a long game for them if they didn't. So.
All right.
trying to get some sort of cushion to break that momentum from Casey's serve. Casey's putting a lot of pressure on her serve, and the way it's going, our team might not go through a full rotation.
Right, unfortunately
Yeah.
for them. So, Felix,
Yep.
when you played, what was the serving? Did you have to score? Did you have to serve to score, or was it side out?
So I came in right when they transitioned from side out scoring to serve receive. So when
So-
I came into high school, they were already in
So you never played that
rally
other way.
scoring.
Never played rally.
I did play a little side out scoring where you had to score the point on your serve. Maybe like the year before I came into high school. I played 1 year, and it was still side out.
That was we won a state championship
From side out
with,
scoring?
Yeah.
Oh, probably with Terrace.
No, you know it was. I'm gonna say it was against St. Joe's at Bridgewater.
All right. Corey Romanek.
Oh man, remember Corey?
Yes.
Corey played at Joe's.
No, at Bridgewater.
Yeah, he's.
Well, no, I
Yes,
I
he's
believe
still
he
there.
played for St. Joe's. He's coaching for Bridgewater.
Yes, I didn't know he played at Joe's.
And they got us there. Again, needed to call that second timeout, otherwise they were going to be trapped there in that receive.
Well, that makes it 14-2, very comfortable
Yes.
for at any sport.
Oh, yeah. It's a good deep serve. Gave Selena a little trouble on her back foot there. Nice set to Morgan. Let's see if they can convert back. Casey with a good dig. Nice and high to give Julia time underneath it. And
Good hustle by Colonia.
yeah, definitely. Morgan's doing a nice deep line shot, and that's really a tough spot to play against. At opposite here. Okay, and we have
We got
Jocelyn,
somebody
who's our
just came in.
yep.
We have
Jocelyn
substitute.
here as a libero coming in for the middle to serve, and she's a sophomore.
It's a nice combination. Good.
All right.
She's got a little jump in her, number 4, huh?
Selena Stanley jumps very high, a very, very energetic player. I think they hit net there. Yep. Yeah, their middle hitter was a bit too aggressive, trying to block the set. And that's dangerous and risky to begin with.
Right.
Especially with Julia, our setter. She can get the ball at a very high point of contact when she's setting, and it's going to bait the other team to try and block it when they shouldn't. Nice up
hit.
by Jocelyn, yep.
Oh, good. Good play at the net, number 19.
And number 19 came in as a middle. We didn't
Abby
mention her yet. Abby Wolf. Yep.
Senior.
Yep. Abby was a starter last year as a middle, so she has experience from all last year. She can hit the ball really hard. Keep an eye on her for that one ball, hard-driven hit from Abby. Nice up by Casey. Again, nice high, gives the setter time.
Okay.
She got blocked just now, Abby, but we got a nice cover.
Nice. Again. By,
Great play.
Yeah, good reaction again by Selena.
Oh, yeah.
Whew, that makes it 18-2 in favor of the Bears.
And what you love to see is a play where it's hustle, it's everyone paying attention to what their role is, and that cover is what won the point.
Yeah, and especially at this point of the game, right?
They're trying their hardest at 18-2, exactly.
Right. It's hey, we got this.
Yep.
Right, no, because you're getting the bad habits that way.
Oh, yeah. No, they're not letting
nice,
up.
Nice hit, girl.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. She can hit from back row, front row.
Yeah, that's what Coach said.
Yep.
Right up.
Here we go again.
Nice
Ooh.
spot.
Great.
Nice spot.
And you'll notice she tried to the right side of the court. They dug it. Then she changed it up and hit to the left side of the court and got the
Good
point.
job.
Yeah, Casey Traska. Great player. Definitely, I think, one of the top 10 outside hitters.
I think that's an East Brunswick name, Traska, or is it Tresca I'm thinking of? Or there
She
is
might
a
have some siblings.
There could be a Tresca and a Traska.
Could be.
All right. She was up there.
Oh, yeah.
Selena was up there, but give the credit to, again, it was 23 from Colonia.
Yeah, in volleyball, we call that a tool, where you hit off of the block and then it ricochets out of bounds. It's still a kill. It still counts as a point, but That's what we refer to it as. Colonia needs a big run here to get back into this. They need to chip
Well,
away.
They need more than a run right now.
Yeah, I know. It's a great touch by our setter on defense.
Oh, nice look again.
Great side out.
Is that Casey again?
Yep. Yeah, Casey's going to be aggressive at that pipe ball. It was just nice and high from the back middle position, and it gives us a whole nother element,
Right.
really,
Yeah.
just to have somebody on the court that can do that.
Would you say she can see the whole court? She's pretty good at
Oh,
that.
definitely. 100%. All of
serve.
our players have great
Nice-
vision.
Nice serve.
Okay, Morgan with a great pass. Oh, a little sneaky dump there. And that's Julia with the block right there.
Really all excited about that.
Yep. The combo of Julia and Abby in the front row blocking outside hitters, look out other teams. That is a very hard wall to go against.
Right. That makes it 21-3, and I know the volleyball people know, but the game goes up to 25, and you got to win by 2.
There you go.
Nice spot, nice hit by them. We have a substitute, number 10 coming in.
Stephanie Fang is coming in to serve for Morgan. Oh, no, excuse me. She's coming in for serve receive for Morgan here. And she's a senior, I believe, and she is playing back row opposite.
You know, the senior leadership, you can see it out here. You can see there's just a sense of them.
Confidence.
And well said, yes, and making sure we stay focused.
Definitely. Yeah.
And I guess it's easy when you're winning to
Of course.
be that way.
Yep. Yeah, this group we have has a lot of poise. They've
Good.
Casey's been playing. This is her 3rd year starting on varsity.
Yep.
You're gonna get that level, and a lot of the same group were starters last year. The majority.
Selena pulled an Aaron Judge in that one.
I went long.
That baby went way out there.
Yeah, and you know I like Selena's overall play because she's sharp on serve receive. She's sharp on defense. Because she's just learning that offensive repertoire right now for her. And once that gets going, look out.
And again, remember, as I said, this is only our 4th game of the year for the audience, and it comes on quick, and you have to be ready. That's why the girls play all year round. They're playing beach volleyball, club volleyball, because the season, it's so quick now. It's a week shorter. You get regular season, then you have your conference tournament, then you have your state tournament, and that's it.
It's really fast now. My season used to be way longer. And you have to go from tryouts to a couple practices to game ready so quick now. It's too fast.
And plus they had to deal with all the element of the heat now. Luckily we got air conditioning. Nice shot.
Oh, it's a great rally we got going right now. Let's see if we could finish.
Oh boy.
So
I love that play.
The setter dump right there. Everybody's on their heels, not expecting it. Great way to end a long rally.
I don't know if anyone was expecting that. Good job there. That was
yeah.
21.
Oh,
who is it? That was
Julia. Yep. Yeah, and I have a very high prospect. I think she's in the top 5 setters in the state.
Oh, cool. And I guess a concern may have been her health last year, but Coach thinks she's 100%. Okay, so 25
to 5.
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
The key to us being a good team, I think, you know, you and I were talking off air before, is it the serving, the defense, the communication, the setters? Go ahead, give me your spiel.
When you get to a competitive high school level team, the serving and the serve receive is important, obviously, but the most important for me is the setter, right? I believe the setter can elevate a team from being good to great. And that's really crucial. It's the difference maker. They're the quarterback in football for volleyball. They are basically determining where the ball is going to go and when, right? And you saw Julia has a good command of this team, and that really makes a difference. When you have a confident setter who's going to pull up your team when they're down, when they're not going to give up on you, when they're athletic, that, I believe, setters are going to make or break a volleyball team at this level.
Okay, so, and you equated that to like to the quarterback or maybe the catcher in baseball.
Oh, 100%.
But
yeah.
does it take a person, a setter, to understand that they may not be getting the headlines of the person who gets the kills or more points? Does it take a unique person, say, that's my role, and like in basketball, I'm going to be the assist guy. I'm not going to worry about points.
Yeah, nobody wants to set. That's a great point because you don't get the glory of hammering that ball down as frequently as other players
But you do if that's in your head.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And
it takes a certain individual.
Right.
I think it starts with maturity, okay? Because if you understand that team is greater than I, right? Mm-hmm. And you have that person that says, listen, we're going to win games because I'm setting us up to, right? That's the kind of individual you want. Selfless, be able to lead the team, and also you're going to get your blocks if you're in the front row. You're going to get your digs on defense, and you're going to get your service. So there's plenty of other victories you can get, and that's what I try to tell my players when they don't want to set. Hey, listen, you're going to get on the court, you're going to help us win games, you're going to help lead, and you're going to get all those other stats that are going to make you look good.
Now, you're playing up front, and you know, the kill person.
Yep.
There's got to be some height into that. Does the setter necessarily have to have any type of physical?
Yeah. So when you're running a 5-1 offense and you have a setter setting in the front row, they're going all the way around the court. They're not subbing out.
Right.
They should be tall enough to put up a block against the outside. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
They should be, in case the ball is hit to them on the first touch, they then become a hitter, just like everybody else.
Okay, good point.
So they have to be competent enough to hit the ball both in the front row and in the back row, and competent on defense, like Julia had a couple gigs you saw in the last game. So definitely has to be all around.
That's a nice little quick version of the importance of setting. Good job, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, I think we got the same starting lineup out there.
Yeah, we have Violet and Lily, I believe.
18's new.
Yep. So Rotem as well, yes. Rotem, number 18, is coming in as middle here. She's definitely on the taller side, so it helps to have that height. We'll keep an eye on her, see if she can get some blocks. We have Lily coming in for Morgan at opposite. Okay, and I think this is a newer position for her, so we'll see how she does. She's number 27, Lily Williamson.
So do you think he now is like trying to see if someone can do it, thinking that, hey, we won the first game pretty easily, or?
Yeah, no, I mean, this is what you want to do, right?
Yeah, you do, right?
You got to experiment here. You got a cushion here. You've got some confidence rolling on your team.
Okay, so
yeah, and we have a deep bench.
So you've got to find out. However, here's the question, and it's all philosophy.
Yep.
It's only the fourth game.
Right.
So the kids that now are started that have pulled out, are they losing some quality competition time?
There's a lot of thoughts to this. One is injury prevention, right?
Okay.
You've got your people, they're going to get winded, and in a second game where, maybe we could have had a sub, in there, you want to prevent some potential injury from happening. Give your players a break. It's even though it's a shorter season, it's still a long season if you're playing all the way around.
Right. And that goes along with my point. There's a big push now from volleyball schools to go back to 3 out of 5 to give more playing time.
Yep.
Okay, but that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 1-1 here in the second game. And just as to remind everyone, it's the best of 3. Bears won the first one. This is the second game.
Yep. Nice serve there. Casey with a great pass. All right, Violet here. We didn't mention Violet yet. She's playing outside, number 22. Violet Sawicki. All right, and Lily just had a nice sharp cut.
Violet Sawicki.
Yes.
That's an East Brunswick name, an athletic name from way back in the 80s.
Sounds familiar to me, too.
Oh, yeah. He coached, I don't know, his uncle, brother. Certainly not brother, but uncle or dad in basketball.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the controversy here is, was it a tip?
Yeah, did they get a touch on the block? I personally saw one. The line judge did a great job, I believe, getting it right. And
Right, he called it right away.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and Violet can jump. She's got the vertical, and she's got a nice arm, good arm swing, very strong. So I believe it was just powerful. It touched the block and went soaring.
And Grace Salamini back in.
Yep.
And just a little bit off on the timing.
Yeah,
But
that's going to happen.
Wanted to go right down on it.
Yep, I'm okay with it.
Oh, yeah,
Keep swinging.
absolutely.
Yep. Keep swinging. That's going to go in. That's what the coaches are saying. Coach Gunia down there from JV is helping out Coach Portera, and she's doing a wonderful job.
There we go.
Yep.
Nice set.
See? Go right back to Grace. Grace gets a nice clean kill with nobody getting any touch on the ball.
Right.
Great spot. I tell my middles to go towards the deep corners of the court.
Right.
That's a tough spot to play defense against. Good serve receive by Colonia. Let's see if they could convert.
There we go.
Casey with a great dig. Going right back, the little give and go. Straight up.
Nice defense.
Yep.
Colonia.
All right, free ball here. Julia, nice outside set to Violet.
Nice.
Violet. Puts
Nice
the exclamation
jump there.
point. Yep.
What was that? Violet, Sawicki.
Yes.
Well, the Sawickis, they were high jumpers.
Could be.
Uncles or parents. I know they were.
Oh, okay.
Uncles or dad, high jumpers.
Yeah, yeah. Great on defense, too, and junior, so, you know, could use her next year, too. Casey's just on a defensive. She's on a defensive tear here. Let's see if they hit it to her again. Oh, Jocelyn.
Look at that. Don't celebrate.
Now that's a great rally.
Yep.
Jocelyn with a great touch.
And that ties it up 4-4. The
Yeah.
noise you hear is coming from the Colonia bench and JV team. Yeah, it's good to hear. See?
Yeah, definitely. And you can tell Colonia has settled in now. They've gotten that kind of, you know, coming into a away gym, jitters out.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
I think we might have been too aggressive picking that. Yeah, if that ball's not coming over, we just got to let it go. Be ready for it to come over, but don't be
Right. It's so hard not to
overcommitted.
go up there. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Jocelyn gets down, gets that ball up. And they set to the middle here. I think we might have gotten that again. So a couple unforced errors are going to give this team some
Yeah, it's
points.
unlike, that's not us.
Yep. And we have Julia in the front row here. Look out for her to possibly make another dump again to kind of get us out of this little roll. All right, set Casey in the back row. Goes out.
Just missed that one.
Yep. I like the idea.
Oh, right.
Yep.
I mean, that she's hit both sides with that already. Can't go away with that. Your bread and butter.
Yep.
You got to keep going at it.
That's the errors
It's-
we'd like to see.
It's 7-3 in favor of the Patriots.
Oh, you know, they had us, and that's a big service error right there. But, here comes a set for Colonia. And we have Violet back to serve. Down by 2 points here. Much different game than last. All right, and an unforced error from Colonia there.
I think when we were serving is when Julia went off with like 6, 7, maybe 8 in a row. That was a
Yeah, both Julia and Casey have great serves. But the whole team really does. Anybody could go off on a long service run. Coach Portero does a really fantastic job coaching at practice. Many service repetitions, where to serve in certain scenarios, jump floating constantly every single day with them. So they're really sharp. And there's a setter dump from them. But we were able to pick it up and send it to Casey.
Boy.
And that's going to be trouble.
And they got no one up at the net on that.
Yeah.
Like you got to have someone up at the net, right?
Oh, yeah. They should be doubling Casey every single time. All right, good pass there. Let's see if they can convert. All right, great up
all
by
over
Violet.
the floor.
Yep.
Look at that, good defense.
All right, we got ourselves a rally going here. Ooh, trying to be too cute with it also.
Yeah. Sometimes power volleyball.
Yep.
So the Bears, that puts them up
9-7.
9-7.
You know, it was an important service run. Violet just went on to give us that lead, and I'm okay with that after 3 or 4 serves, just not on the first one.
Yep. I'm not sure if Mr. Knopp is okay with it.
No,
Ball in the net anytime.
Anytime, yeah. No, it's no good.
It's like walking the bases loaded.
That's right. Yeah. Let's see if she can pick it up here. All right, Lily played that free ball over just to get that ball in. Ooh. Outside set.
Yeah. Good play on their part.
Yep.
Nice little rally.
Yeah.
Makes it 9-9 again.
Yeah.
But
I'd like to see a little sharper serve receive pass to start off with. Don't put yourself in that situation. And that's a good serve.
Good serve by them.
Yeah. Right in the seam.
It's a little different Colonia team. Maybe you're right. Maybe they settled down. They got over the initial shock.
Mm-hmm. Little jitters. Oh. I think it might be 10-9. Yeah. Other way. Yeah, so it's 10-9 Colonia right now. And we're definitely playing a little flatter when they picked up their end. So we got a lot of game left here. Excited to see what happens. Here comes on 2.
Oh, boy.
Now,
it was a nice block.
Yep.
And then they didn't celebrate, but they weren't ready for the next one coming at them.
Yeah, it's great to see because Julia's kind of willing to bump in, shoulder-to-shoulder contact with her own teammate, but really getting the job done with confidence going up for that on-2 hit. And that's a good aggressive setter.
Yeah.
Really going to make other teams think twice when she's up at the net.
Okay, that's Grace serving again.
Yep.
That's a East Brunswick athletic name, Salamini, from way back, from her aunt to her family.
I
the
guess
brothers,
we have
uncles.
a very deep-rooted girls volleyball team then, it sounds
yeah?
like. I mean, based on what you're saying,
Well,
right?
I coached her father.
Okay.
We saw her brothers play. Her aunt was one of the best field hockey basketball players all the time at East Brunswick.
All right. She was able to get a service point in there, not able to get that dig, but something to work on. Middles are typically not accustomed to playing defense. So after they serve, it is a small liability to have them in the court. But eventually she'll get more and more confident in that back row play and take a step up for that dig.
Well, she's a junior.
Yep.
And I know she plays the leagues.
Great play.
It's amazing how you guys
Yeah.
who volleyball people can see the alleys.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Oh, yeah. That deep line, whether you're on the right side, whether you're on the left side, it's the toughest spot to play against because you're trying to cover shorter, and once it goes over your head, there's nobody behind you.
All right, Julia, you need to run off a bunch in a row here.
Get a little cushion.
I jinxed her.
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
It
Sorry,
happens.
Julia.
It happens.
Sorry.
That's okay. We got to make sure to get the next one in. But here comes a sub here for a front row player for Colonia. And Bears are up by 1 here, 13-12. And they gave it back.
If you hit the ref in the head on the serve, does that count as a point, or do you get something for that?
A bonus points
Yeah.
potentially? I've never seen it
Sometime.
done, but if it's hit hard enough,
I know
maybe.
some coaches would be happy to give them a bop in the head.
Who knows?
Nice serve.
There you go.
Right in
And-
front of her feet.
Yep.
It froze her.
Yeah, I think we spoke about this last year, but you know, you can have that change of pace, that kind of change up serve that drops, and then play it deep like she just did. Just
Right.
giving a different depth variation on your serve will give teams a lot of trouble. Good swing by Violet, but they were able to pick it up. See if we can get a good defense up here. Yep. Back to Lily. Oh, nice.
Good ball moving one side of the court to the other.
That's what that setter distribution is all about.
Right.
It didn't work on the outside, now block my opposite. And here comes the timeout.
That's a good timeout on that.
Great
because
timeout.
Now we would talk about it. 4
Yep.
points.
And she remembers who served that long service run last game. It was Casey. So she's learned from the last game.
So they did make a limit in volleyball games too, which is another reason why there's smaller schedule than when you played and everyone else.
Yep.
What's your thought in volleyball? More than 3 games a week, too much? 3 good, 4 fine?
I like to keep it at 3 a week. I think 4, the players start to kind of feel it a little bit, especially when you have the back-to-back games. You know, but some of these players, they're playing in tournaments where they have to play all day long, nonstop, and they're playing every single game, 8 games in a row, and they're kind of used to it. So I think, you know, the more games, the better.
Yeah, I guess because like schools like Southern, they play a gazillion games where other schools may be limited in budgets.
Oh, yeah. No, I think the more games, the better. Let them play every day if they can. Yeah, I don't think that one made it over, so he's calling 4 contacts. And you got Rotem now as a middle blocker. Got that long reach and definitely a larger presence on the blocking end.
Good serve.
Great serve. Oh, almost. That almost got over. Yeah.
I'm not sure if she was aware of what happened.
Right?
That was a ping pong ball. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
Looks like a sub in the
So
front row.
it's
for Colonia.
18
Yep.
to 12
Okay.
in favor of the Bears. That was a nice shot by them. Perfect
Nice
placement,
off-court.
right?
Yep.
We had
Great
no one
spot.
up. We had no one at the net, though, right? Is that the
No,
issue?
you know what? She went to the right of our block, a really sharp cross. So it's hard to block that, but our outside needs to get outside of the block, outside their shoulder to try to dig that. That's a great set there. Nice
save.
up. Yep. And Lily keeps swinging. All right, maybe a double contact there? No. All right.
Oh, now you sound like Ruts.
Yeah, right?
Oh, nice spot.
Nice sharp cross angle there from
She
Violet.
saw that, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah. And what happens is, too, she was pushed pretty tight on the set. So she didn't have that line shot available. So as a smarter player, higher IQ, you limit your options with what you have available.
Oh, well said. Because where we were sitting, that was her only option.
Yep.
And she saw it.
And it was great spot there. Very smart. Jocelyn back to serve, sophomore again.
Oh, their kid went up at the net.
Yep.
With it. Good for them.
Oh, yeah. Different game this second game. Yeah. And Violet will serve receive here. Oh, back set pipe. That's a little trickier to run, but I do like it. Again, I think we're going a lot to Casey. At this point
Yeah.
now, I would try to spread it out a little bit more.
Yep.
Unless we need to. That's a great pass. Nice
This
and
is
close
to
to
be
the
a
net.
point. There we go.
Just out of bounds.
No touch?
I didn't see one. But that's the right idea. That was a great back one. So behind the setter, giving a different look there. Grace had him and just barely missed long.
And there she is giving
Yep.
encouragement from
That's
her
it.
teammate.
And outside hitter here, Violet. Oh. All right, it's tight.
Oh, this is great.
But that's great. Okay, we freed it over here. Let's see if we can reset this. Oh, trouble.
Oh,
Going up. Yeah, that's what you want to do, Violet. Just put that down right away. Don't reset it.
right. I agree.
Yep. Yeah, she saw that ball nice and tight, and she just went up and ripped it.
That rally had about everything the gym could offer. Right?
Almost
Up and
everything.
over,
Yeah,
back and
yeah.
forth, ba-boom, ba-boom.
I liked it.
That makes it 2016.
And that's a big side out. They were getting a little bit of
Right.
momentum there. All right. We have Neela in to serve now in the back row.
Oh boy, that kid can hit.
Oh, yeah.
Number 11.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah. All right, up by
Point.
3 here. Yep.
Important point here, right?
Yeah, you know,
I mean, that's not a do or die point, but
we have actually a very, very intricate move by Coach Portera. He actually went to a 6-2 for this one rotation. Neela is setting all of a sudden, as you just saw. And we have Julia as a eligible front row attack player. Not many teams can pull that off mid-game without a timeout. And it takes a special team,
seniors.
a lot of experience to switch mid-game from a 5-1 to a 6-2, just like Coach Portera did with the girls, and the right personnel. So we have Neela, we're confident in her setting ability, and Julia's hitting ability. So that's what we were doing right now, switching mid-game to a 6-2. Really smart move by Coach Portera and really well executed. It's good to have that versatility in your back pocket there.
And you mentioned it, and that's one of my things I've always used to preach. We got to teach the game before we coach it.
Oh, yeah.
And it sounds like she does a lot of teaching in practice.
Oh, yeah. I think it never ends.
Ooh, called that in?
I think so, and you know what? That was a really well-executed backslide from their middle. So it's really hard to read that block.
Right.
She's going behind the setter all of a sudden instead of in front of the setter and running quickly, pushed out a little bit, so that backslide can cause a lot of havoc. Great serve there.
That kid's a player.
Yep. Neela, great set from Neela right
Oh,
now. Okay,
get up.
Oh, okay. We got that overpass that we wanted to receive. Grace needs to take one more step back before she comes up to hit that ball. That's what we need to see. Don't get stuck in there at the net. Take one step back up and then jump up. All right, great pass on that one.
Oh, there she goes.
And send it right back to her.
Yeah,
Why not?
All right.
You know?
Confidence.
Yeah.
And she smacked that one.
Yep. Way to go, Grace. And now she's back to serve here. Let's see if she can get 2 points and close out this game. Rotem checked in at middle here. And we still have Neela setting. Great serve.
Right
They
in the
were able
middle
to get it.
there.
Yep.
It's
Ooh, okay. It's a good swing from their outside hitter
it's
here.
a couple times they've put
Yep.
it from that side right into the middle.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a tough
Well, they're
spot.
a good team.
Yep.
It's not like
Yeah, they settled in a little bit. They got used to the game and making a lot less errors.
yeah.
All right, Casey with the pass here. Back set to Julia. I want to see this. Okay. Yep. They're kind of encouraging each other.
Well,
Next one, we got it.
You got to go to that spot. I mean, you got to hit that. That's your game.
Yep. It's going to work. A little tight pass here for Neela. Yep. All right, Casey's in the front row, Rotem and Julia. Big blockers. All right, we got a ball up.
This will be a point. Nope.
All right. Again, big wall here. Nice up, get outside in transition. Yep. They were able to get that. Let's see what they can convert here.
Ooh.
Yeah, we kind of wore them down on that point.
That's a tough one to.
A very tough one
to
give up.
This would be game point for the Bears. 24-21.
And Neil is checking out here, and they're going back to that 5-1 now with Julia in that back row setting. Really interesting to kind of capitalize on that very unique strategy from Coach Portera to go to that 16 for those 3 rotations. All right, I think that's out of bounds on game point, and that wraps it up, right?
Well, hey, Felix, thank you. I know we're back here. I hope you're back here with me in a week or so.
Oh, definitely.
And it's good to see the girls volleyball back on top, you know.
Yeah, this
pretty much dominated.
This is an unbelievable team we have this year. Coach has done a tremendous job. Please come out and support this team. They're phenomenal.
Right. And if you can't get the schedule, call Mr. Malta. He'd love to talk to you, 613-6930. So this is Frank Noppenberger saying thank you for watching. Thank you for Felix for helping out, and certainly thanks to Pags and his crew for providing memories for our athletes. With that being said, hope to see you soon, and go Bears.
Go Bears.